1179.
Alright, you know those games that you loved when you were younger and you thought they would outlast the test of time, but now you come back to them and they make you want to rip your own head off? This is one of those games for me. Felony 1179 is the first game in the Runabout series released in late 1997 for the PlayStation. This is actually one of the first PlayStation games I ever owned, and maybe that's why it left such a lasting impression on me.
Ready. Go.
The game is a mission-oriented driving game where you complete tasks and make it to specific locations before the timer runs out. I always loved how you could plow through other cars and how the city felt so alive. For me, it was kind of like GTA 3 before GTA 3 actually came out. It gave me that same sense of excitement. So why would some maniac be destroying whole cities while collecting items all in a small amount of time? Well, according to the story, some archaeologists found some hidden treasures in some cave somewhere, and amongst all this treasure was a casket that couldn't be opened. So some rich dude buys the casket for a few million and hires you to go find the 3 keys. Pretty lame, but hey, whatever. The game features a lot of cars to choose from, 20 of them. Anything from sports cars to full-size city buses. Though a lot of them are locked from the start of the game, and some of the things they expect you to do to unlock them are just ridiculous. I don't know if I just lost my touch or if it's just that damn hard. One achievement is to cause $1 million worth of damage in the first level and still complete your objectives in the time limit. Well, if I pick anything other than the bus, my damage meter fills up way before I reach $1 million and my car gets totaled. And if I pick the bus, I can get to $1 million, but due to the damn thing being so slow, I can't make it to the finish line even remotely near the time limit. Anyway, some vehicles are faster, some are stronger, and most of the faster cars only let you select manual transmission, which kind of sucks if you just want an auto. There's also the ability to tune your vehicle. You can adjust stuff like steering, suspension, acceleration, and braking, but really it doesn't do much at all in terms of making the game easier to handle. You got 3 levels to choose from. That's it. It's a pretty short game. They're all about the same distance and the missions are all pretty similar. Just grab one or a few items, then head for the finish line as fast as you can. But they do differ a lot visually, which is good. I didn't want to consider this a 4th level, but there is a test track you can practice on or get a feel for your vehicle's custom settings. The graphics look alright, I guess. The levels look good, but the pedestrians look like 10 pixels smashed together, and the traffic vehicles look about half the quality of the gameplay vehicles. Oftentimes it looks like you're on an island that's floating in the sky, and the draw distance needs some serious help. Who's this chick? Now, the thing that I don't remember being this bad is the gameplay. It's fun, but it is frustrating at times. The handling is weird. I really can't describe it. You have to play it for yourself to really understand. The acceleration is slow, the braking is almost non-existent, turning feels weird and occasionally ends in spin-outs. Oh, and then there's the bouncing all over the place when you hit things. That gets old fast and often causes you to get stuck in the stupidest situations. And when you're trying to beat the clock, this can drive you absolutely insane. The music is decent. It's all pretty frantic and kind of gives you that panicky, I better make it to the finish line feeling. The sound effects are pretty standard for the time. Just about everything sounds really good, except for the screaming of the pedestrians. They sound like, I don't know what they sound like, birds maybe? Oh, and according to the game, this is what cows sound like. The cheese dick actor they have voicing the character sounds super generic, but it only adds to the poor transition this game made from Japan to the US, and all in all, it's actually kind of amusing. There's not much else I can say about the game because it's really just a shallow game. I mean, there's seriously about maybe half an hour of entertainment here at most, and that's if you can actually get a hang of the gameplay. This game just doesn't do what it used to do for me. You know, I'm glad I own it. I still have the original copy I got back in 1998, and maybe I'll play it again in another 10 years. There was a sequel titled Runabout 2 for the PlayStation that came out a few years after this game. I haven't played that one though, but I have been on the lookout for it. And the third game in the series is Super Runabout San Francisco Edition for the Dreamcast, and that game more than makes up for the shortcomings that Felony 1179 had. Stay tuned as I will be reviewing that game in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching.